Hashtag move on from the person that you used to be to become the person that you want to be. You cannot be the girly who plateaued and had their best moments in college. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jay Nadari. If you're new here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. In this video, we're going to talk about the best things to do after graduation. So these things are going to get you in the best predicament. I recently just graduated from Howard. I now have a full-time offer, which I moved away from my original hometown from Chicago all the way to a new different state. We're going to talk about that summer gap. The summer gap between your job, between graduating and like you literally walked across the stage, you graduated to put it into action and you start your job or you start your career or you start your plans, whatever you wanted to do is what you're about to start doing. So we're going to talk about that gap in between that time. Some people, this gap varies. My gap was, I graduated in May, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. My gap was like 3 to 4 months because I didn't start my job until like mid-September. So yeah, I had a pretty long gap. So like that gap for me was a long time. Other people started their jobs maybe like a month after graduation, 2 months after graduation, a couple weeks after graduation. Some people haven't even started their jobs yet. This is all to say like everyone's path is different. Everyone's gonna do things differently, but I'm coming from my experience and telling you all what I did. Personally, I loved having the summer gap. Like I had the opportunity to do different time frames. I think the best thing is to give yourself a break between graduating and starting your job if you're able to. Sometimes people's financial situations don't allow that. Sometimes the job that you really want does not allow that. But if you can find a job that gives you that opportunity to take a break, take some time to travel, even take some time to relax. Like literally my goal, or the goal was to bore myself so much that I literally wanted to start working. And that's literally how I felt. Like when September came, I was like, okay y'all, when I'm about to start my job, like I need something to do, like something else to do. A gap in between, that's my best advice for the things that you should do after graduation is after you graduate, tell your job or whatever jobs you're looking into, figure out what those start dates are. If they have different start dates, my job had multiple different start dates. I decided to choose the latest start date possible. I lost an opportunity for a job because I told them that I was taking a break and that I was going on trips and that I had trips planned. And they were like, I don't know about that. Like, we need you to start this day. But it was like, that is something that I wasn't willing to like negotiate. Like that was my non-negotiable. I was taking that time to really just have nothing to do before starting a job. So if you know like what your non-negotiables are, this is what you need, then go after the companies that can give you what you need. If they can't, then maybe they're not for you. I got to spend time with my family, take trips, relax, just rot in the bed, do nothing, so many naps, so many everything. And it was so relaxing, and I loved it because like once you start working, you start working. My uncle told me like literally the day after graduation he started working and he hasn't stopped since. And it's like, that's so real. Then I would say take that time and relax and figure out what it is that you're about to step into, because it's about to be a whole different world. Shout out my show. Y'all better be turning that back on. The next topic, y'all, job search. Post grad job search, like I said, we're all in different stages. I'm 22 years old, y'all. I just graduated, like I said, from Howard with a marketing degree in May. Started my job in September. When I graduated, I knew I had a job. That's not the situation for everybody, but that's the situation for some. So job search. That job search does not stop when you graduated. That job search is forever. You can still be job searching while you're in a job. The opportunities are endless. Searching the best things to do once you graduate, or even before you're about to graduate, it's a couple months you're about to graduate, is to go to those career fairs. Yeah, I went to the career fair at my school. Career fairs were my best friend. I went to them every single year, every single semester with different schools. It didn't have to be my school. I was at School of Communication. I could have been at School of Dentistry looking for a position in marketing. For post grad, this is another big thing. Do not expect for you to be like using your degree right off bat in that field that you want to be in. That does not mean that it cannot happen. That does not mean it cannot happen. But you limit yourself a lot more when you're looking at only one specific thing that is very limited. That's kind of how I was in terms of like, no, like I want to be in this location, I want to be in this industry, I want to have this job. When I was on LinkedIn searching up jobs, LinkedIn, that's another lifesaver. I typed in location, that's it. I don't want nothing else. Filter, this is the location, this is the job, this is the industry, and that's it. I don't want nothing else. Having that mindset will very much so restrict you. And I'm gonna be honest, I had that mindset, but still did not end up exactly where I put it in exactly. I didn't end up in exactly what industry I wanted to be in, or exactly what position technically I wanted to have. So, like I said, it's a give and take. You can see what you're willing to accommodate for and what you're not willing to accommodate for. And this is just something I was willing to accommodate for. Go to these career fairs, be open-minded to different opportunities that still fit along your career path. Don't do something that's really just don't really make any sense. Like, this is crazy. Even if you do something crazy, you can still make your way out of it and get to where you need to go. But, you know, you kind of just wasted some time. So still have a plan. Like, it doesn't have to be the umbrella, but it can be underneath the umbrella. Don't go pick up someone else's umbrella. If your, job title doesn't exactly fit that umbrella, it's not exactly that umbrella, but it's underneath it, you can work your way up using those skills that you got from there, and then finally reach the goal. Another topic that we can talk about is personal growth. Oh my gosh. The third best thing to do after graduation is to focus on your growth. Your personal growth. You're entering a new transition of your life. You're leaving something behind that once was and stepping into something new, the unknown. It is so many changes that you really have to take this time to really do the work that's necessary to get to that next stage that you want to be in. We cannot be the girlies or the boys who plateaued and had their best moments in college. We cannot keep talking about college days. Of course, we can reminisce and be like, oh yeah, y'all remember when we did this? Remember when we did that? But that cannot be all we did. That cannot be the highlight of our lives. That cannot be that cannot be it. So with that, we have to grow, do some personal development, do some mindset shifts, some financial shifts, some environmental shifts. We have to change some things around to shift it up. Being uncomfortable is what promotes growth. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna grow doing the same things that you've been doing. Or you can still be great. You can, of course, if you're already great and you think you're great, you can keep doing the same things that you've been doing. But if you want to reach new heights and do different things and not be that same plateauing individual, then you have to do some things differently. Hashtag move on from the person that you used to be to become the person that you want to be. Say focus on your personal growth, regardless, whether that be reading books. Y'all pick up a book. But I'm more of a podcast girl. Like, I like hearing things or like hearing about what you would write in a book, but instead of writing in the book, you're just telling it to me so like I can do other things and listen to it, and that's what I like to listen to, whether it be church services, podcasts, type A black girls. My line sister put me on Self-Care and Chill with Maui, Leolation, Transformation Church, Limitless Church. But that's what I listen to. But I did recently just start reading a book, and this book, I'm also not a fictional storybook person. I want to know something that's real. I just started a book called 20 something 20 everything. It has journal prompts in it. That's another thing, journaling. That is a really, really good book. It's on Amazon, so I'm gonna link it on Amazon. Go get it in my storefront. Go check out that storefront, y'all. Shameless promotion. Go check out my Amazon storefront in the description box, in all of my bios on all of my social media. Journaling is amazing. I love journaling. therapy is another. Black Girls in Therapy, Black Girls Therapy, something like that .com. Put it in the description box. It's another thing that helps talking through how you're feeling. How are you stressed? Are you managing things well? How could you be managing things better? Personal growth. Okay, so the last thing that I believe is the best thing to do after graduation. Personally, I am so happy with the fact that I moved away from home. I am so happy that I was able to do that. Now, this is not everyone's situation. You can't move, not to say that you can't. Some people don't want to or do not have the financial ability or just don't have the plan yet to just move out or out of their hometown, move out of their parents' house, move to a different state, move to a different country. I moved from my hometown, Chicago, all the way back to the East Coast. How I have managed moving to a new city in literally a couple months after graduation, after post grad, I'm in a whole different city. The best things to do is save up. Well, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you and say save up. I technically did not like save up like this is my money to move. I just knew when I was moving, I had a plan. I had a job set in place. Like, I wasn't moving out here, oh, I'm gonna move out across the United States just to do it. Like, and you can do that too, but technically, personally, the best thing to do is to have a plan. If you're going to move somewhere, know where the money is going to come from, where the first rent and like the next couple months rent is going to come from. Have that hustle, that side hustle, or or have your parents. Best thing to do was for me to move. My job was out here. I felt like it was better opportunities. Another thing is to cultivate community. This is what I am even struggling with, like cultivating community, especially finding time to cultivate community. And that can be just with the things that you already like to do. If you're, personally, I'm a dancer. I like to dance. I want to start going to dance classes. I like Pilates classes. Meeting people there, meeting people at work, meeting people with just the different things that you already like to do, and you know that these people are gonna also like the same things that you like to do. I need to do better at cultivating a community, but these are the goals and these are the plans. Like I said, we're growing together, we're learning together, but also remembering your old community that you have, relying on them. Well, not even relying on them, but reaching out to them, calling them, checking in, going to visit them. I will not even lie to y'all and say how many times I've seen my friends. I did not expect to see my friends, my line sisters, as much as I have literally in just a month of me being here. And I thought like, oh, I'm so far away from them. I've seen them so much. I'm like, y'all, okay. Literally, I've been with my friend every weekend, every other weekend. My line sisters came to visit me. Like, I'm about to go see my friends next week. We're literally meeting up to go to a convention. Then we're meeting up again for homecoming. It's like, oh, it's something every week. Like, low-key, I'm like, okay, y'all. But I'm so happy like that, those relationships didn't end. Just because you're cultivating a new community doesn't mean that you forget about your old community, especially if that community is still substantial, still good for you. If they're not good for you, then girl, bye. That concludes today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope we learned some new things and got to figure out some best ways to navigate post-grad, to navigate getting into the corporate world or whatever career plan or career path you have for yourself. Just navigating new spaces. Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it, or maybe like some things that y'all agree with, don't agree with, or just like what's y'all plans, like what's going on with y'all, like let's talk about it. Let's continue this conversation down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you all come back for the next video. For real, subscribe, y'all. Subscribe and watch this video. Watch this video, y'all. Like, I literally had a long day at work, and I still came on this couch and I recorded because this is what I love to do. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.